Oh, hello, somebody's here. It usually takes a couple minutes. Obviously, I have a plan. I have a list of things for us to talk about. I'm kidding, I don't. I just felt like we hang out. I do have a glass of wine, though. You disappeared, so it's just me. I can waste this conversation on myself. Oh, excuse me. I'm already tired. If anybody pops in, let me know what you want to talk about. Let's see. Bus, hey, hey, how you doing? I just got started. Didn't really have anything special in mind. Just whatever you guys want to talk about. Something in my eye. I'm full of energy, obviously. I did a stream a little while ago with Twerry. We talked about General Hospital and Beyond the Gates for a little bit. We're going to do that every week. It was a lot of fun. But I missed hanging out with you guys last night because I was in somebody else's stream talking about Severance. So I was like, should I go to bed? I was like, yeah. But first, I'm going to come hang out and see if anybody wants to chat about anything first. I missed you guys. It's a Cabernet. It's been a while since I drank wine. Up until the other day, I forgot how dry Cabernet was. Hey, Albert. How are you? Feel like I just saw you, Albert. I hope you're having a good night. I don't know how you do it, Albert. I don't know, feel like I don't think you get enough sleep. You're not streaming or recording up all night. So I know you have to go to work pretty early, if I remember correctly. Not to assume. Let's see. Oh, come back. Need my stylus. Okay. Blackobuss says, so saw your review on the Severance finale. How long do you think it will take for the next season? Too long. I'm hoping a year. Like I heard people talking about 18 months, like a year and a half. I'm like, just a year. How about just a year? Like back in the day when it used to be just like 3 months from the end of the season to the beginning of the next season. So I know it won't be 3 years as long as we don't get more strikes and stuff like that. But 3 years is way too. I can handle a year. I have set up my expectation for a year. If it's longer than that, then it's gonna hurt. But we're doing my daughter and I. We're gonna do a rewatch. Um, and start back at the beginning of season one. So that's fun. That's gonna hold us over for a little while, but then we still gonna run out of episodes. But the good thing about Severance is there's so much content, even just within like a singular episode. There's so much, and now we get to go back and like take a microscope to it and see all the little things that we missed or the things that we didn't even know to pay attention to. So I'm I'm nervous about the wait, but I am cautiously optimistic that it won't be too long. I hope that answers your question. What do you think? You think it's gonna be 3 years? Hope it's not that long. Yeah. Yes. We all hope. We'll try to manifest a shorter wait of time. I feel like they should be filming right now. I feel like while we've been watching, they should have been writing. I do think that the creator, Dan Erickson, it feels like he already has like his plan laid out. Like I think that when he pitched the show, that he already knew how he wanted it to start and also how it to end. And then I think they just helped fill in stuff around the edges and in the middle. Um, so knowing that, they should be getting to it. He shouldn't have no downtime, no spare time. He should be writing. At least have like an outline. I wish somebody could hack him and leak it. No, I don't. I don't wish that. Let me not put that out there. Because that would be disappointing. Because I don't want to just know what the story is. I want to see it play out. I want to digest the story as they want to give it to us. It just makes me we have to be patient. It's just not my strong suit, but I'm trying. Let's see. Albert says, I enjoy it. It's my happy place doing everything. I can see that about you. You like to stay busy. That's good. As long as you feel good about it and not worn out, I respect it. Nanette's blood. I'm gonna just say Nanette. Hey, I don't think you've been in here before. Thank you for coming. I hope I don't disappoint you. Just hanging out talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't watch a lot of horror, but I like a psychological thriller, which tends to kind of be in the same genre as horror. I just look away at the bloody parts because I'm a big baby. But I love a good story. Lack of best, are you interested in reviewing another show? Yes, I'm interested in reviewing so many shows. I do General Hospital and Beyond the Gates Monday through Friday daily. So I do my shows. But beyond that, I would like more primetime style shows. I watched the first two episodes of Dope Thief on Apple TV. Um, and this surprised me. I thought it was going to be exactly what you would imagine the show to be based on a trailer, but they got into it pretty quickly and ended on a cliffhanger for the end of the second episode. And I know the third episode is out, but I haven't had time to watch it yet. So I'm gonna watch the third episode of that, and if it's juicy enough for me, then I'll do that, and then I'll probably do You when it comes out on Netflix. I think that's April. Other than that, I'm open. I love a psychological thriller, a good drama, a good mystery box show. So if you know anything, recommend it. I have Hulu, I have Apple TV, I have Netflix, I have Peacock, I have Paramount Plus. I don't have HBO, so I know everybody's about to be talking about The Last of Us. I thought about it, but I really enjoyed the first season, and I accidentally got spoiled for the video game, so I kind of know where it's going with the second season, and I don't know if that makes me want to watch it. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody else, but I don't know if I want to watch that. I might wait and let a couple of episodes come out and see how other people react to the story, and see if it's worth like investing in another app. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm not good at this scrolling, but because of this iPad, Albert says, have you met anyone with your name in person? Like Nikisha? What? Yes, I've met if not I've met a couple of Nakishas, but more Keishas. Yeah, there's a Keisha on every block. Stop playing. You know. In America there's so many Keishas. I used to hate my name for that very reason. My mom wanted to name me Victoria, but she let my dad name me. He named me Nikisha. I was like, I would have much rather been Victoria. Like Victoria Lord on One Life to Live. That's who she was gonna name me after. I'm like, oh my god. Like I would have loved to be named that. And that says, no, I haven't, but I decided to come on, seeing you here, and you can call me Nanette. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Nanette said, I like, am I pronouncing that right? Nanette feels better than Nanette, unless that's the way it is, and I will say it however I'm supposed to say it. Um, let's see, I like a lot of different things. This was a cool, unusual name, and why can't I see your whole comment? Sorry, it's cutting it off. A lot of different things. I thought this was a cool, unusual name, and I do watch. Oh, are y'all talking to each other? And I didn't just answer the whole question that wasn't even meant for me, y'all. I'm sorry. Embarrassing. Okay, that's the one mistake for the night out of the way. Yeah, it's gonna be lonely without Severance. Like, but again, we're gonna do the rewatch, so that will help. And I'm gonna miss hanging out on Spoiler Kings on Saturdays. I'm interested to see what they do next because I'll still hang out. I just I started watching them. Actually, I found them on a different channel from and followed Brian was talking in that video in that on that channel he was talking about doing Silo and I love Silo so started hanging out with Spoiler Kings on Saturdays for Silo and then they did Severance so it's been like what a few months now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Uh, Jeanette said, "You pronounce your name right. Thank you. I pronounce your name right. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you for letting me know." Lacobus said, I swap streaming apps. I'll binge and watch, then switch it up. Yeah, I'm a Leo, so I'm very loyal by nature. Like it takes a lot for me to cancel an app, and I should. But I barely use like. Well, no, I think I have every app we have now is for a reason. I got it. I had canceled Netflix a while back, but since my son is a WWE fan, like he loves all things wrestling, and they had everything on Peacock, but now they're kind of transitioning to Netflix. So we got Netflix again. Um, so yeah, we got to keep Peacock and Netflix for wrestling for my son. Me, I keep Hulu for General Hospital, CBS and Paramount for Beyond the Gates and Star Trek, all things Star Trek. So I need a good reason. I love a good trial, a free trial. I haven't watched Yellow Jackets yet, even though I watched the first couple of seasons. I haven't caught up on Yellow Jackets because I didn't want to get Showtime again. And I actually like Yellow Jackets. It's just I don't know. It don't make me feel great to watch it. It's so dark, and I actually didn't mind that before, but I don't know. I think I'm getting soft in my old age or something. I still may like do a free trial after Yellow Jackets just finish the season and just binge it all. But I don't know. Grams TV says hello, Nikki. Hey, hope all is well with you as well. Thank you for coming in. We're just gabbing, just talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm just reading comments and responding. And that says, I love Spoiler Kings. I was wondering how I found your channel, and I bet you were exactly how I found it. Yep. Yep. Going over listening. Yeah, I was in there. It wasn't a Saturday. We weren't talking about Severance, but probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was in there, one of their like weekday chats at night. And they were so kind because I just started this channel like a month ago. But they were telling everyone that I had just started a channel, and like so many of you guys went and subscribed to my channel. That's what put me over 100. Like it was so nice. Like it was probably at least like 8 people that night, and like I was so touched and so moved. Like I really appreciate that because y'all nobody had to do that. Good people, and have good people in our chat. That's why I love their stream. It's a lot of toxic places on YouTube, but I really appreciate that those three guys are very respectful to everyone, and they keep a respectful crowd. So I like hanging out with them. I know, but said I do it because I'm broke. It's easy to be broke nowadays. I don't know who ain't broke. Like regular people, if you're not rich, then you broke. Like you go to the grocery store and get one cart full of groceries, and you are broke. It's so hard. Everything is so expensive. They say inflation this, inflation that. I don't care what we call it. I just wish that things would not be as expensive. Everything going up except for people's pay. I don't want to like get political, and I'm not blaming one administration over the next administration. I blame all of them, all of the rich people, all of them, for making those rules and making things hot for us. I wish we could do something about it, but we gotta eat. But yeah, I don't blame you switching apps. I love a good free trial. And if there's one where you can share, I know Netflix you can't do that, but if the apps that where you can just get it and like share with a couple of other people, do that too. I know I missed something. Y'all forgive me. I be on the iPad like this. I want to like update my equipment and get something nice, but I gotta watch my budget. I am too, not rolling in money. Grams TV said, "Are you going to do any more poetry? Your video I seen is fire, 100%." Oh, thank you so much. Nobody ever asked me about my poetry anymore. I appreciate that. Probably because I only got that one video on there on YouTube now. I had some other stuff posted, but I didn't delete the videos. I just made them private. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about people taking things because a lot of the videos I have are is stuff that I didn't put in my book. Like the stuff in my book, if I record videos for that, I would be comfortable putting it out because it's published, so it's copyrighted, it's mine. But people are thieving out here. People will take your own stuff like it ain't nothing and act like they wrote it. And my stuff is so personal to me. I may have to like stab somebody if they touch my stuff. But I do write here and there. I'm in a place of transition in my life, and I feel like it could be tomorrow. I could get good news tomorrow, and it kind of free up my brain to be able to express myself a little more artistically. So yeah, I'm still right here and there. Not really performing as much, but I miss that too. I'm trying to get back into that as well. I really just want to write like a new fire piece, get everything over the past few years out into one performance, and then I'm on somebody's stage, and probably will make a video. But yeah, I want it to be published before I put it too much out here because people are. And that said, that would have been a Monday night, and usually when I'm there for Spoiler Kings, yeah, that makes sense. I get the days confused because I'm an old lady and they kind of run together, but that sounds right. Albert is saying hi to Grams. Catwoman is saying, hey, hey, Catwoman, thank you for coming in. We were just talking about poetry and people stealing stuff, stealing poetry and stuff like that. Grams TV said that's a fact. I feel yeah. Albert said about to head to bed. You got to get up at 3:45 a.m. Oh my God. What time is it? It's 11. So what's that? 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. I cannot function off of that little sleep. Like I think I literally be like a zombie. So please go to bed, get you some rest. Thank you for making time. I know I've seen you. You came by earlier when I was with Tori. Came back, so thank you for making time for us. But you better go to bed. Get some sleep. Is that Beanie Weenie? Is that little hot dogs? You gotta be careful. That could be misinterpreted, Albert. I ain't gonna say no. You lucky I ain't had another drink in me. Okay. Albert and Grams are talking. Cat lady's telling Albert good night. And that's it. I used to hang around a lot of the people in the horror community on the streams. I bring this up for a very reason. A lot of the people are exactly like what you're saying, mean, disrespectful, and so, yeah, Spoiler Kings has never done it. Yeah, I can see that. It's not just specific to horror either. I spent a lot of time, well, before I started my own channel, a lot of time in other people's like soap opera chats. I feel like I don't know what this is in my eye. It's like this white piece of lint or something. It's getting on my nerves. Anyway, yeah, it's so many toxic people. I feel like some people are like miserable inside and they just log on to YouTube so they can like bring people into their misery. I can't stand that. Like it's one thing to be miserable yourself, but you don't have to bring their energy to other people. Like, no, it's so rude. But people don't have manners. Not like a lot of people. I don't know. I try to seek out like and gravitate to like the good people, kind hearted people, but it's so hard nowadays. So I feel you. But same. That's why I found Spoiler Kings was like, this is home, not home, but it's a vacation home. I'm just glad that they have me there, and you too. Grams TV, you've been missed. Saying hey to Cat Lady. Right, so true, 100%. Hello. Oh, I like y'all speaking to each other. It's so cool. I feel like a real YouTuber, y'all, watching y'all speak to each other. It's so crazy. I think I'm still still so new to me. I still can't believe that like I'm doing this and then people come and hang out. And then people must have a good time. You should be sitting up here talking. I do feel bad when like I don't feel like I have nothing to say sometimes, but most of the time it works out. I'm caught up on comments. What do I do? Right? Calvin says I am a real YouTuber. Thank you, professional. It's so funny. No, I don't know when I was on your channel. I think I was looking to see if you had like contact information or something. Like, you are doing so well. You've had a lot of growth. I know it's exciting. Is it ever get like overwhelming? I'm so like, and I don't want to sound like I'll get too many subscribers, but I do worry about like not being able to please everybody, which I know you can't please everybody, but I feel like I'm cool right where I'm at. I'm so scared that the troll more people will equal trolls because I know they're out there, and I've been so lucky. I've only had to block like a handful of people, but I know there are more out there. Oh, I missed some comments. Thank you. I didn't know. Oh shit. Thank you, Lacobus. All right. We are family out here. Now I'm singing that old song, Sister Sledge, We Are Family in my head. If I could sing, then I would do it, but I'm not gonna subject y'all to that. That's why I write poetry, because singing is not where it's at. Come back, come back. Yeah, I'll be talking to the comments, but they don't want to listen. I don't know why it cuts off. It's like I can see the whole comment, like if it's a paragraph, but if the comment goes out to here, it'll cut off like here. And like when I click on it, it don't. It makes it bigger, but it still don't show me all of it. That's why I might miss like words here and there. But let me see. Nanette said you are very lucky. 2 months into me becoming a YouTuber, I had to block over 10 people. I don't know if that's 10 or 100 or 1,000. I'm hoping only 10, but that's still a lot. I don't understand how people like life is so short. Like we don't nobody knows how long we're gonna be here. Why on earth would you want to waste any of that time like being an asshole or being rude to somebody? Like when you on if you on your deathbed, you gonna sit back and think, oh, I wish I would have been a bitch to more people. No, wish you would have enjoyed yourself or done good things. Like I don't care, believe in heaven and hell or a different afterlife or no afterlife. Like this is finite. This is short, and yeah, I care about my legacy and the world that I leave for my kids. That of course, but like I don't know. I just want to be a good person and do good things. I'm making myself sound like an angel. Not that. I don't know. I don't know how people are so miserable inside that they want to spread that to other people. It's really gross. And I pity them. I kind of want to pity them, but also it's hard to pity people who are so fucking evil for no reason. Catwoman said, yes, I just try to tell myself that it's something, don't know me, and I don't know them. My best, do my best, and never take anything to heart. Leave a comment of like 30 seconds, like, I read slow. Give me time. Keep pushing positivity. You are, I think, natural. Thank you. I appreciate that. I I've done professionally, like in my work life, facilitated, I've moderated groups and stuff like that. So I think that's a little bit of it that I'm used to, like talking to people and for like large crowds of people and performing with the poetry. But YouTube is his own beast because I could y'all can see me, but I can't see you. I have to get used to like talking to myself and like the camera. I thought about doing something where like it wasn't me, like where I had like pictures up or something like that, because I think that would be easier. But I don't know. I need something to look at, even if it's just me. Over 100. Oh my God, Nanette. Yo, I was hoping you said 10. That's so crazy. I'm so sorry. That's so stressful. Thank you for sticking with it, because somebody might have gave up. I probably would give if I had to block 100 people in 2 months. I don't know if I would have if I could stick with it. I'm so sorry. I'm proud of you. I know that might be weird because I don't know you, but I am. That shows a lot of fortitude. So good for you for hanging in there and not letting them get the best of you. Because fuck them. Oh hey, Wink Wink. Thank you for coming in. You said I have my heart and head in the right place. Thank you for that. I try. No, I appreciate that a lot. Lord, y'all, I'm hormonal this week. Let me check myself. Let me take a sip. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I will not be emotional. That is not why y'all are here. Um, and that's it. I believe in reincarnation, but with that being said, I think you only live the life you're on this planet one time. Come back. And they really don't give me time to read. You, I think maybe don't get to take back what you did. Something in the right now. Yeah, I think I get to just what you're saying. Exactly. Like it, yeah, no matter what you believe, like energy is real. And what you put out is gonna come back on you one way or another. And maybe not like it might not what I do might not come back to me, but I got my kids to think about. I don't want them to have to suffer because I was a shitty person. You know, we set an example. Not, you know, not everybody's a parent, but we all set an example for somebody, whether we know it or not. Calvin said I would put up a pic next to I would put up a pic next to the cam at it like them. I might do that. I know, like when I the first week I started, I had a tooth infection and I was in a lot of pain, and I did I just put up a binder like a black standard binder over the camera because I couldn't figure out how to do like a blank screen. I just did it that way, but I did. I felt bad. Oh, and that says she's been. I don't. I don't know if she is the right pronoun. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. You've been doing it for 4 years. That's a long time. You still at it too. That's inspiring. I wanted to quit, but I had people that said that I needed to stay. Hold. Oh wow! I just for 1 second your comment. I saw the whole comment, and I don't know what I pressed to make that happen, but I'm gonna try to do it again. Oh, there it is. I can. Okay. I wanted to quit, but I had people that told me that I needed to stay, that I was a positive light on the platform, and I had so many people, so I kept doing it because of that. And you just taught me how to read a whole comment. So thank you for that. Because I've yet to figure out how to do that and just happen to tap it. And I think now I know if I just keep my pen on it. So good for you and good for me. Math Bell said, hey there, been listening. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming by. We knew he was gonna do this. Just just chatting. How's the tooth journey, by the way? I had to get it pulled. You know the drill. You get the antibiotics, and then they couldn't save it, so we got it pulled, which I hated. 'Cause I feel like that's just part of getting older, and I don't want to do that. Want to resist, but no more pain, no more swelling, and so, and my dentist is amazing. So anyone living in Virginia, if you need a dentist, get at me. Best dentist in the world. Like I have a lot of anxiety. I have panic attacks. I'm a crazy person, but like I specifically don't like the dentist, and I don't know why. I've never been like comfortable in the chair. They are so kind. They treat me like they would treat like a 3-year-old. Like the nurse holds my hand. They have like a cold washcloth to wipe your face if you need it. Give you like a Gatorade after. He uh he tells you exactly what he's gonna do. He's like, I'm gonna do this, and then you're gonna feel some pressure, and then he like counts down so you know it's coming. I was just like, y'all make me feel like either a toddler or a princess, but I know I will. As long as that man is alive, I will never go to another dentist. Even they don't even take my insurance. I had to pay cash, and I was like, take my money, take my tooth. I think I over answered your question, but I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. And don't people, if anybody's watching this and you have a tooth problem or dental infection and you're maybe it's money, maybe it's just fear, don't avoid going to the dentist. That shit can kill you. You going to bed? Good night. I love you. I'll say good night to my daughter. But yeah, think about where your tooth is. If you have an infection, go right to your brain, like really quickly. And people die. Like I've known people who've lost people who have been up and talking to them like they were fine one day and then passed away the next because they had an untreated tooth thing. So please go. Most places have, if you don't have, if it's an insurance thing, most places, at least where I am, there are like either income based services or like free services, depending on if you don't have any income. But don't ignore it. I know it's scary, but even if you got to take, maybe you got to take your friend with you to hold your hand and wipe your forehead. But please don't ignore that. Delta Dan says good evening, Nikisha. Hey, thank you for coming in. We were just talking. We have not talked about soap operas yet, which is shocking. Um, just talking a little bit about other shows and what it's like to be on YouTube and trolls out here, just life stuff. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Catwoman says, "Me too." Is that the dentist? I'd be like, "Please just put me to sleep." Facts, right? Like that's the first time I went to him. That's what I was hoping. I was like, "Give me some of that good stuff. I'm gonna go to sleep. I wake up, I feel better." They're like, "Nah, we don't do that with adults." I say, "What you mean?" Like, what do you mean? But it worked out. But I feel you. I'm like that with a lot of like medical things. I'm like, please, please put me to sleep because I only had surgery in relation to like my kids and like childbirth stuff. But that anesthesia sleep is the best thing I ever had in my life. They tell you, they put the mask over your face, tell you to count back from 100. I was like, 100, 99, 98. What happened? I was like, I remember I told, yeah, I got some morphine after when I woke up because, you feel all the pain. And I remember telling the anesthesia person that, put me some morphine in a to-go cup. He laughed, and I was like, nah, I mean that. I'm trying to take some of that with me. I'm not a drug addict, y'all. That morphine, the anesthesia. Oh, that's not a funny joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. I was about to make an inappropriate joke. I wish I would think sometimes before I start talking instead of stopping in the middle. And that says I'm the same way about dentists. Yeah, a lot of people are. It's so scary. And it's not all dentists are so caring and sensitive. Some of them it seem like they kind of sadist and want to like just drink out of your mouth, pull it out of your mouth. Lakaba said, "Did you get stitches after your tooth pull?" No, no, not this dentist. He's like so good. Like he's a family dentist. His grandfather was a dentist. His father was a dentist. He's a dentist. I don't know if he got kids, but if he's got a son, he'll probably be a dentist. So it's not just, which it sounds crazy, but it's not just like a job for him. I think he actually has a passion for like helping people and healing people. So, and I know I'm lucky because it could have been a lot worse. I've seen people end up in worse shape after they, you know, get a tooth pull if it's not handled correctly. I've seen people get the called a dry socket when it starts healing and then you lose like that scab and then you have to start all over, which that's what I was terrified of. They were like, "Don't smoke, don't drink through a straw." I was like, "I ain't doing nothing." But once I went through the experience, I know I'm lucky to be able to deal with him, so I don't have to like worry about that stuff. And that says I didn't have to worry about. Hold on, wait. Hover on that, then I can make it out. Oh, there we go. I didn't have to worry about ever going to the dentist again. Well, that's a good thing. Winfrey said my dentist is in the mall across from the Cinnabon of all things. Hey, that is good placement. That's smart marketing there. Um, I'd be handing out the flyers across the street. I don't know. Do people still hand out flyers? I'm not old, y'all. But yeah, mall is not a bad location. Probably a good central location, located next to things. Something people even who like use public transportation can get to. And that says there's one kind. Come on, there we go. There's one kind of movies that are horror movies that I will not watch. There are dentist movies because of how bad I do not like dentist facts. Did you watch Severance in that? Because they had a creepy dentist in Severance, and like that was the same. I saw that episode aired, and then like 2 days later is when I had to go to the dentist. I was so nervous in there. I wanted to tell them that to see if they watched Severance so they could like laugh at me, but I was too nervous until I got in a chair, and then they were so great. It was like all right, but yeah, I don't like any kind of torture thing, which is weird. I remember like when I was younger, I would watch Saw, like the Saw movies, like young hanging out with people watching movies at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we would watch Saw like repeatedly. And now, just even the trailer of that is too much for me. It's so weird. I don't know if it's being a mom or just getting older, but like I turned into a big old baby, and I was not like that when I was younger. Now I see a snake out in the garden, I run down the hill. My son saw me running from the snake. He said, I didn't know you could run that fast. I was like, me neither. But Nikisha growing up in the country, we seen a snake. My brother, we would grab a rake, cut the head off, throw one part this way, throw the other half that way, and go about our business. That's not in me now. I know I'm missing stuff, y'all. I'm trying to go back. Right, Delta Dan said when I got my wisdom teeth removed when I was in high school, they put me under. When I came, my mom said I was hitting on the assistant. Um, come on. This is so annoying. I might have to invest in some better equipment, y'all. They put me under when I came to. My mom said I was hitting on the assistant. I remember my mom throwing in the bed and waking up cheeks swollen. Yeah, my daughter had her wisdom teeth pulled a couple of years ago, and I remember telling her, I was like, I'm gonna be like the people on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you stuff and record you, and it's gonna be funny. We're gonna go viral. Until I saw her afterward, and she didn't know where she was. She barely knew who she was, who I was. She was so out of it. And I don't think, since she's been like a baby, I don't think I've ever felt like more terrified for her. Like just seeing how disoriented she was and how vulnerable she was. I wanted to blow up that dentist office. Like everybody in there, I was like, I don't know what y'all did to my baby. Um, And it made me side eye those parents who do record their kids now. 'Cause I can't imagine seeing your child in such that position and looking for a viral moment. It's weird. And that's it. I had all my teeth pulled, and the only reason I have to go back to the dentist, I really should go, is because of my fake teeth. If you look at the picture of me, you'll see my dog. His name is Jack. Hi, Jack. I do. I can see. I'm a little blind though. I should put on my glasses. They're right here, but they dirty, and I don't have my wipes next to me. But was that? Hmm. Because I'm like my teeth aren't in the best shape. I used to smoke, and so I thought about and like made that joke, which I shouldn't make the joke about. Take them all out. Just give me some new pearly whites. But I'm also scared of like all that trauma at once that's in my mouth. I know some people you do it like bit by bit and then replace them, but I'm like I don't want to be out here with half my mouth. Like I would rather just do it all. But it's also expensive. And I don't know if insurance covers that either way. So that's very brave of you. I know I can't imagine the recovery from that. Mm, and he ate the gums from. Oh my God! And he ate the gums from around my fake teeth, and now I can't wear them. I was like, I must be reading this wrong. Oh my goodness, Jack. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have them all the time. That is a story. That is can't make it up. Delta Dan said, "Yeah, putting your child on blast to go viral is evil. I would never do that to my girls." Yeah, yeah, and I don't think I ever really was gonna do it. I think more like it was something I would like to for her to laugh at, for us to laugh at. But like I said, that went out the window as soon as I saw her in a damn wheelchair. And like I said, she didn't know anything. She don't even remember it now. She just remembers like being at home and that I like let her sleep in my favorite chair, my recliner, so she could be elevated. And she said I let her pick what she wanted to watch on TV, and I just baby her, like because it was special. I'm like, girl, you don't know. I done babied you your whole life. You just don't remember because you was a baby. When they get older, they don't want to let you baby them. So between us, I enjoy taking care of her. That maternal instinct never goes away. She's going to college in a few months, y'all. You know what I'm gonna do with myself. I'm glad I started this channel so I can come hang out with y'all. I'm gonna miss her so much. I wish she could just skip and stop being 17 and go straight to like 25 and just skip that whole college phase. Like I wish she could do college without boys. Like, that would be awful. But it don't work that way. I remember when I was in college, boys. And that's it. He wagged his tail at you. Oh, nice to meet you, Jack. I wish I had some treats for. I shouldn't say that word. He probably know that word. You are reading it right. He did. I thought so. I thought so, but it was like, oh, but he didn't know any better. He didn't mean it. I bet that was, but then you have to replace that. It's expensive. Oh, I miss you, Lack of Bus. I'm sorry. Well, Nanette said I don't think I've ever seen Severance. It's a good show. That's what like I said, we were talking about it in Spoiler Kings every Saturday. You like horror? There is. I would say Severance is more psychological thriller and mystery than horror, but the concept of the show in itself is pretty horrific. You might check. It's on Apple TV. Apple TV is probably my favorite app right now because I don't remember if it's 4.99 or 6.99, but either way, it's um affordable and they don't have ads. Like it's not like you don't have to pay for a better plan to be ad free, even though you don't pay for the app like some of them. It's just the one price, and then you never get any ads. I'm a big fan of Apple TV. All right, Lackabus says, "What veteran soap actress do you most admire, whether they're alive or dead?" Ooh, let me pause everything. Hmm. Oh, I may have to think about that because I like so many. I mean, there's so many of like the vets, the older people that like are no longer with us that I grew up watching. Especially like One Life to Live used to be my favorite. So like and I don't know real life names, but oh, I do. Erica Slazak, she played Victoria Lord, which Victoria should have been my name. Um, the guy who played Asa Buchanan, he was a legend. David Canary, he played Stuart and Adam on My Children. I was a big fan of him. But like people that I feel like I connected to the most, I would say she's still living. Sarah Brown. She was the original Carly on General Hospital. And I felt like she was the first character because I've seen that character since her creation up until now. And I don't know, she was one of the first characters that I felt connected to. Like even though she was introduced as like a villain character, I cared about her. And I still care about Carly to this day, which I know she's not a real person. But because of that, I would love to meet Sarah Brown, and if she would like to reflect on that time period, I would love to tell her what she's meant to me. And we like the soaps because of the drama, but also because of the things they get us through in our personal lives. Um, what about you, like a bus? Was there someone that you admire that like they ask who would you like to have dinner with, hang out with? Who would you say? And that said, I would never. Come on. I would never if I had children, which probably won't happen. But anyway, I'd never have them on my channel unless they're old enough to understand what it meant to be on camera. And I wouldn't have, yeah. If you guys watch, or just look through my channel and my videos, um, my daughter, she talks about Severance with me. We only did like maybe 4 episodes. We started because I started this channel halfway through the show. Severance is one of the reasons I started this channel because I had so much I wanted to say, and I was taking notes like I was already doing this. I was taking notes to come in the Spoiler Kings chat and chat with them, and like no disrespect to them, love those guys, but you can only say so much in a chat. You got limited characters. So, and I would have like these long, detailed thoughts and things. So I was like, I just got to make my own video. I'm just gonna make my own video. I made that first video. I was like, oh, this is what I do now. And then it was easy to go to General Hospital. 'Cause I've been watching it my whole life. And then Beyond the Gates was there. So, but I am excited to do some new things. Mm, And that said, I'm on state-run Medicaid and Medicare, and I've been on Medicaid since I was 2, and Medicare since I'm always 41 now. So I pretty much get everything for free. I have a little experience on my children because the rules are different for kids for like income. So they were on Medicaid when they were younger. I was on Medicaid when I was pregnant. I do love that everything covered. Like you might not be treated the best, you might not be you might have be on a waiting list, but to get that bill and it say 0.00, whew, those were the days. You know, not just dentist, but you get to like get your glasses. Yeah, but that's what we pay taxes for. And I would much prefer my taxes go to. I'll probably offend somebody. My taxes go to take care of fellow Americans and people here who also pay taxes than some war in a country I'll never go to. Delta Dan said I got them pulled the day before 9/11. Okay, yeah, wisdom. All right, I got them pulled the day before 9/11. I remember being on pain. I'm sorry, disappeared. I'm gonna bring it back. Come on. Remember being on painkillers and turning on the TV, watching the towers fall, thinking I was watching a movie for a bit. Yeah, and my kids have heard of 9/11, but unless you lived through it, you can't really grasp what it was like. It's still shocking that happened on in our country, on our soil. We lost so many people, and all the people we lost after were like the first responders that suffered for like being heroes. And it sucks that we didn't take care of those men and women, those people. Like you think after you survive something like that and you are a hero through something like that, you shouldn't have to worry about any. You can't help the people's lungs who's messed up from running in the rubble, breathing that in, but you can like financially provide for them. And I hate that we did not do it as a country. Then that's it. But your daughter is 17, so she is old enough to know what she wants. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I I don't even know if I asked her. She asked me to start with. But yeah, I do. Yeah, I kind of look sideways at the people with younger kids with the camera in their face. Like, on the one hand, if they're like on social media, I can see the money. Like, it's one thing if you put the money in a college fund, right? Or you're like putting an interest bearing account for the kid's future. But if your job is being a family influencer and you're just like that, I don't know. I have a hard time wrapping my mind around that. And like, these kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna have to face what they did. Grams TV said it is crazy. I watched Sarah Brown on VR Troopers as a kid, only to grow up and she was Carly on GH. Rebecca, aka Elizabeth, was on a show called Space Cadets. It was like the sub universe was chasing me. Um, do you remember Xenon? Kristen Storms, Maxie. I didn't watch that, but I knew it existed. Oh, I'm sorry, Death Dan. I missed Severance finale was so wild good. Yeah, I had to sit with it. I wasn't sure, and then I realized I just didn't want to wait another year or 3 years for the next episode. That's all. Oh my gosh, I missed so much. I'm sorry. Lack of Bushes, yeah, I gravitated towards Sarah as well. I remember her from VR Troopers, but I also grew to like Jeannie Francis and Steve Burton. Yeah, I like Jeannie Francis and Steve Burton as actors. Their characters get on my nerves, but isn't that the way? Other than that, I miss this. They had me on I don't know. This is a sound like a drug. After I had my teeth pulled and it wasn't helping me, and I had to go to the emergency room because the dentist would not give me antibiotics when I went to them. See, that's one of those Medicaid horror stories. Yes, unfortunately, you end up with people who just see you as another number, just another number, and like you are in that situation because of a choice you made or something like that. Um, and that is a sad reality of it. But I'm glad you're doing well now, and I hate that you have to go through that because it's not fair. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Graham TV said, "Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, they said I've seen like clips on YouTube, and Raven Simone was in that too. Pretty wild. Bus says March Madness Black and Beyond the Gates. Has that started yet? It did. Last week we only. I don't know if it was 2 days or 3 days. We only had Beyond the Gates, but this coming up week is a full week. But I don't think March Madness is done, right? Or she doesn't have to be done. I don't know. That's weird because I did think it was all of March, but when I looked up the spoilers when I was in my chat with Tori earlier, I read through Beyond the Gate spoilers and they had spoilers for all week. So I guess it's over. Yay. No disrespect to the sports people, but like, we have so many channels where you can watch sports on. I can't imagine anyone is sitting at home in the middle of the day watching March Madness on CBS or Paramount. Like you could just have it on a whatever the sports channel is, ESPN. And I know they have like other like CBS Sports, ABC Sports. So I don't know why they take it away from daytime. Rams TV said, "Do you remember when Julian Jerome he was in All My Children? You mean Michael Cambius, the rapist? Yes, I remember what he did to Bianca. It's so funny. We was just not so funny. What a segue. Um, hey, I don't remember what stream I was in. I do so many streams now, you know. But we were talking about um I think it started talking about Ridge on Bold and the Beautiful and how he sucks. But we liked him as Zach on All My Children. And then I think that led to his brother, Michael Cambius. Yeah, I remember. And he was also on Bold and the Beautiful. Actually, I think that may be what we was talking about. Um, I didn't watch him on Bold and the Beautiful as it aired. He played Storm Logan. But I've seen the YouTube, the shows on YouTube, like in retrospect. And he was a much different character from what I saw. He was awful in All My Children, but he played the part well. That's interesting. You gotta give me more. Why are you asking about him or All My Children? Is it just do I remember? You can't just bring that up and not follow up. Um, the poke. I can't. I don't know how to pronounce that. Medication. Come on. I feel like I'm talking to my screen like it's a puppy. Was took off the market a long time ago, but it was still where you could. Oh my God, come back. My tooth with the emergency room, they hooked me up to IV and it gave me antibiotics and morphine. Hey, before the morphine makes me understand why people get addicted to drugs. Cause, woo, you ever had a bad day and then know what morphine feel like? Like takes everything away. I can see it. And now I'm gonna take a sip. But I'm not advocating. I'm not advocating for anyone to recreational use morphine. I don't even know where you get morphine on the street. Do y'all know? But I am glad you got some antibiotics and the morphine. Really needed it. Delta Dan said March Madness isn't done. There are just less teams all left on prime time. Oh, well, I'm glad. So I can still see my Beyond the Gates. Grams TV said facts like Billy Miller hated him as Richie Novak. Oh my God, I forgot he was Richie Novak. All My Children, right? He was a bad guy, right? Oh shit! Ugh. Did he attack somebody too? I feel like it's right there, but I don't think I remember that until you just said that. And I loved him on I saw him on Young and the Restless when he played Billy on Young and the Restless, and then when he became Jason slash Drew on General Hospital, and I don't think I ever made that connection. I feel like he was a bad guy. He said, just ask her if I remember. I'm sorry. I shouldn't read into things. And that said, did you ever watch the soap opera Passions? Yes, and if I could sing, I would sing you the theme song, but you don't want to hear that. Yeah, I watched Passion from start to end. You know, it's been a while, and I done had so much life since the Passions was over. So I don't remember. I remember Tabitha. I remember Timmy. I remember Whitney, and Chad, and they're some maybe incest, maybe not relationship. And Whitney is on the actress that played Whitney is on General Hospital now. Um, I remember Teresa. She played on General Hospital for a little bit. She was a temporary recast for one of my favorite characters, Sam. Ethan. I think he's on Days. The actor that played Ethan is on Days of Our Lives. I remember Alistair Crane. I feel like if we put it in, if we put it on the episode and started watching it, it will probably come back to me. But yeah, I watched Passions. Passions. I won't say it was my favorite show, but I thoroughly enjoyed it because, like Severance, I like a show where anything can happen. Not like in necessarily like it's so crazy kind of way, but like where no matter what theory you pick, you're gonna be wrong because they think we're thinking so far out of the box. And Passions was like that. Even for like a soap opera, it was like, what is happening? Like you could never really get like your footing of understanding because it was so crazy and so random. But yeah, I liked it a lot. Ramsey, we said, I feel you. And he was Annie crazy brother. Oh yes, Annie. Annie was crazy too, right? Annie went crazy. Annie was oh my god, I feel like she was on something else. But I can see her. She was with Ryan for a little bit. And then she like lost her mind when Ryan was with, I don't know, Kendall Greene, somebody else. And she became crazy Annie. I think I liked Annie more when she became crazy. Saying crazy Annie feels good to me. I feel like I liked she was much more interesting. But she was like a goody two shoes at first, and she had a daughter, and Ryan helped her save her from like her abusive ex husband. You unlocking memories. You know I had her here, but I can't tell you what I ate for dinner tonight. Yes, I can. I ate some potato wedges. I can't tell you what I had for dinner tomorrow last night. It's funny what sticks with us. And that said, I know somebody that wanted me to stop being in pain after I had my tooth pulled, and they gave me some of their morphine pills. But I'm not going to say who, even though the person is no longer with us. Yeah, well, no, no snitching. You can't tell. But and I know that's against the law. You're not supposed to do that. We can't share pain medication, but medication is expensive, and it sounds like y'all was doing it responsibly. If you had somebody who had extra that they didn't need and they wanted to help you, I don't see no harm in it. But yeah, I can understand why you want to put nobody's business out there. Oops, I scrolled all the way up here. I'm sorry. And that said, and still don't want to go out and see. Yes, yeah, yeah, I understand. I love watching Passions back when I was a teenager. The only soap opera we got into. Yeah, but Passions was really popular. Fantasy would say, yeah, you are right, especially when she married Adam. I hate it. I love to hate Adam. I love Stuart. Fantasy would said it'd be like that. Yeah, it really do. Well, all right, guys. So on cue, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna give it like another minute or so in case anybody has something they want to say. It's after midnight, at least where I am. It's midnight. It's 12:03. Um, I forgot the word Eastern. I was like, what time zone is this again? Eastern. Y'all know I'm getting tired. Either I'm tired or tipsy. I don't know. I know I gotta finish my wine before I go to bed and brush my teeth. And that said, you can only get morphine if they're trying to keep you comfortable and you're on the last of your life or had to amputate a limb. That's a shame. Cause I mean, I get the opioid crisis, right? I get that people abuse pain medication, but also like America's supposed to be this greatest country. People shouldn't have to suffer just because. I even now, from what I hear from people when they have babies, they give you ibuprofen. I'm glad I had my kid 18 and 21 years ago, 22 years ago, because they gave me hydrocodone, and I appreciated that very much. Um, I can't imagine having a baby and taking some ibuprofen. Ibuprofen don't always help for cramps. Wow, it's like this. That's not the way to end the opioid crisis. That's not going to help people by making people suffer in pain. If anything, you just make people go for drugs on the street. Black Opus is what do you think they're going to do about Michael's character? Because what are they going to do? They're not bringing him back. Yeah, I wish Chad would drop out of this play. Chad Doyle plays Michael, and come on home to GH. Come back to me. I love Michael. Not in like, not like I love Idris Elba, but I grew up. I feel like I raised Michael. I feel like he is my child since he was a baby. When his mama Carly abandoned him, I was there with Jason and Robin taking care of him, and I watched him grow up. I watched him be redheaded Tara Michael, who used to tell Max that he wasn't going to school, that he take him wherever he needed to go. He trying to order hits on people, and then when he was the crazy Michael that had anger issues with the recast of Drew Garrett, and then when he got shot in the head, now he done got blown up. So I don't know I think they're probably going to recast Michael. I feel like what would make the most sense from the show's perspective would be to recast Michael and make it the same guy from Young and the Restless that they had covered stand in for him before. I don't want that. I don't feel like he had enough dimension in his acting to be Michael. Because Michael is, he's a Corinthos, he's a Spencer, he's a Quartermain, and Michael is a good mix of all of those. And Chad, I think he understood that he could be, charming and great like he was with Sasha and Willow, or he could be a menace. And when he took Avery from Sunny and called her AJ, that was one of my favorite Michael eras. Can I tell you? It was so fun to watch because Sunny deserved that shit. Um, I remember and Sonny and Michael arguing in one scene is when after Michael had found out that he killed AJ, he was like, "You killed AJ after you promised me you wouldn't." I died laughing. That's so funny. Like of all the things you have to promise your kids you wouldn't do, he promised he wouldn't kill his father, and he did it. Of course he did. It's Sonny, but we know Ava played a hand in that. But I'm not making excuses for Sonny. But you asked about Michael. I think they will probably recast Michael to move the story along with Willow and Drew and Sasha and the baby and all of that. But I'm not ready for anyone but Chad. Um, we was Twary and I in our live earlier today. It's posted on my page. If you guys want to check it out. But I think we talked about that, and she said she would like to see like a new face, someone new play him. I mentioned having the actor that played let me try that again. Johnny Zakara, but I would agree that he's a little too old. But I think he's good at playing a little bit of a bad boy that Michael has. But yeah, I would also be open to like a new face. Just I need the casting to be on point. I need the casting to be good. I need the recast of Michael to be as good as the recast of Spencer was when they aged him up. They Nicholas Chavez was the perfect person. We'll never get him back. I heard a lot of other stuff about him now, but as far as him playing Spencer, couldn't ask for anything better. And I would like for them to put that care and effort into finding us a new Michael. And I want him to take them damn kids from Willow. I can't wait. Um, and that's it. I definitely don't think I've seen Severance, but since you said that reminds you of Passions, I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. Yeah, not okay. Like there are no witches, there are no little people, well, there might be some incest. We don't know. Um, but in the sense that like you never can really get your footing. You never really understand what is going on. That's how it reminds me of Passions. Yeah, I would check it out. I think a lot of people after the first episode they think it's boring. It's not for them. I think you, it's a big ask, but I think you need to watch like at least half of the first season, and then I think you will understand like why it's so special, and you'll be just as crazy and obsessed as the rest of us. But yeah, I tell you, ask Spoiler Kings about it. They know it's so good, and like Delta Dan, he'll tell you. Graham Stevie said, "Hope you have a great night. It was great talking to you." Yeah, it's 12 in VA. I gotta wake up at 6. Okay, I don't think I knew you was in VA too. I'm so proud to be next to all these people in Virginia. Yeah. I'm sorry you gotta get up at 6. Thank you for hanging out, but now you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep, so go to bed. But thank you for coming by. It was nice chatting with you. Thank you for asking me about the poetry. It always feels special when I get to talk about that, even for a little bit. It means a lot. Um, Canada is more lenient on letting you get medicine than we are. Yeah, I hear a lot of better things about Canada, but also, the grass is always greener. Like I've heard that their healthcare system is better. They have universal healthcare, it's free, but also I've heard horror stories of people being in the hospital like for 24 hours waiting to be seen and people like dying in waiting rooms. Again, this is anecdotal stuff I heard from other people, so I'm not trying to disparage Canada. I could be wrong, but just you never know. South Carolina, okay, I'm in Virginia. We all on the East Coast here. So it's late too for you. Grand say anytime. You have a good night. And that's it happened on the show, and I'd like to revisit Passions. I know we need to find. I'm gonna look and see if Passions is streaming anywhere. I felt like it was on NBC, so it should be on Peacock, but it's probably not. But we could find it. I will revisit it right with you and talk about it. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night, guys, ladies, all of the above, none of the above. I'm getting tired. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is so much better than going to sleep an hour ago. So much fun. And I like that we barely talked about shows. We were just hanging out and talking. Oh, and then that says it's on Tubi and Pluto TV. Oh, it's on both for the free. I got those. I didn't even mention those in the apps because like those are just the free ones. But nice. Um, I have both of those on my TV and I have on my phone, I think too. So interesting. We'll have to talk next time. I might try to watch like the pilot, the first episode tomorrow, and see what it's like to get back in that world. Maybe next time we chat, we can talk about it. I might make a video for it if I find the time to watch it. It might be fun to make a video of it. I don't know, guys. This is where I will start rambling because I don't really want to say goodnight, even though I have to say goodnight. So thank you all. Say live long and prosper. And I will see you soon. I hope. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.